Not just anyone can provide desktop support within an enterprise. There are certain qualities that are needed by the members of your desktop support team in order to provide effective support. The most obvious one is technical knowledge. Desktop support technicians need to be adept at fixing problems with hardware and software, and also have a genuine interest in working with the technology too. They should have a thirst to learn about new technology and be able to explain technical concepts to end users who usually have little or no technical knowledge. In addition to the technical skills, they also need soft skills. This includes good customer service skills and a desire to want to help people. When an end user asks for help, they may be upset or stressed. For example, they may have deadlines to meet and their computer is blue screening. You need to be sympathetic, empathetic, and remain calm and professional whilst efficiently helping the user. Often support staff get a huge sense of satisfaction from helping and supporting end users. Communications are vital as they will be dealing with end users from many different levels of the corporate ladder and many different personalities too. Being a good listener and being able to decipher the noise and cut to the key information is a skill that is often overlooked. A good technician should also ensure that their call logs and other documentation is up to date and complete. Problem solving is a large part of the role of a desktop support team member. This includes critical thinking and an ability to read the signs, hints and clues that can lead to the core of a problem being identified and are very important skills to have. Finally, the ability to multitask under pressure is a quality required of desktop support technicians. They may be working on several support tickets at the same time, all of which are critical for the end user or the business systems. One of the traits of desktop support technicians is being able to ask the right questions. For example, key exploratory questions such as who, what, why, when and how. These questions can help gain key information from the end users early in the process to help you troubleshoot a problem. Let's take a look at each of these questions in turn and see how they can be used. Who was using the computer when the problem occurred? Who else has used the computer, and did they have the same issue? From this, you can work out if the problem is related to the individual user or to the computer. What do you think might be the cause? This can help to identify what the user thinks may have caused the issue, and also if they've tried to fix the problem themselves. This may present a good starting point on the troubleshooting route. Why do you think the problem occurred? Whilst the end user may not have technical knowledge, they may be able to give insights into the cause of the problem, as they were on the scene when it occurred. When did the problem occur? Or when did you last carry out a related action? This helps to narrow down what was happening at the time the problem occurred. How do you think the problem occurred? This can be used to identify what was going on at the time and if anything unusual happened also. You may not need to ask each question for every problem, but these questions are a good starting point for having troubleshooting conversations with the end user. Each organization or support desk team will decide on the procedures they wish to use when they're troubleshooting issues. For example, you may implement different tiers of support, which will then triage or prioritize the user's needs and severity of the issues. Another example is, will one support technician deal with the call from end to end, or will the call be passed between support professionals until resolution? If you implement a tiered system, you could use escalating steps. These can include communicating with the end user to gain insight into the problem, try to resolve the issue directly, then search the company's support documentation or wiki, if there is one, to see if this problem has happened before and how it was resolved. Then search for information on an issue on a manufacturer's website. You can look for help on technical sites, forums and news groups. If a solution is not found, then you should escalate the call to the next level of support, which may be a more experienced or specialist member of your support team. If you've ever needed to use technical support, you'll know how frustrating this can be to be repeatedly asked to repeat the information. Therefore, you should also document the steps and actions you performed to create a history of the support incident. If the issue is not resolved immediately, then the next member of your team will have access to this information that they need to continue the call. This will also help if the issue reoccurs. By documenting the troubleshooting steps performed, any solutions that were tried, if they worked or not, and the final resolution will help to build a knowledge database of issues.